Hi, my name is Alina. I want to tell you something hard. This is a story about love. But not a normal love story. It is messy. It is painful. And in the end, it changed many lives. When I was 27, I had a close friend named Sarah. We met in college. We did everything together. We laughed, cried, traveled, and studied together. She was like my sister. Sarah got married to a man named Daniel. He was calm, kind, and always respectful. From the first day I met him, I felt something strange in my heart. I tried to ignore it. He was my best friend's husband. That feeling was wrong. But it didn't stop. Whenever I saw him, my heart beat faster. When he spoke to me, I smiled too much. When he laughed, I watched him too long. I hated myself for it. But I couldn't help it. I told myself, you can't fall for him. He's married. He belongs to Sarah. So I stayed silent for months. But my feelings didn't disappear. They grew stronger. One day, we were all at a dinner party. Sarah went to the kitchen, and Daniel sat beside me. He asked, "How are you, Alina? You seem quiet." I looked at him. I wanted to tell him everything. But I said, "I'm okay. Just tired." He smiled. That smile stayed in my head all night. After that, I started giving small hints. I wore a dress I knew he liked. I laughed more when he was around. I asked him questions about his life. I wanted to know him more. One evening, I sent him a message. It said, "You are such a good man. Sarah is lucky to have you." He replied, "Thank you, Alina. That means a lot." A week later, I sent another message. "If I ever marry someone, I hope he's like you." He didn't reply that time. But he also didn't stop me. Then, one night, I saw him alone at a cafe. I walked over. We talked for a long time. I said, "Sometimes I think, maybe we met in the wrong time." He looked shocked. He said, "Alina, don't say that. You're my wife's best friend." I felt embarrassed. I stood up and left. I thought maybe that would be the end. But it wasn't. He started looking at me differently. At dinners, at parties, at small gatherings. He noticed my new hairstyle. He noticed my perfume. He smiled more when Sarah wasn't looking. My heart got confused. I dreamed about him. I wrote his name in my diary. I started to imagine a life with him. But I never told anyone. Sarah found my messages. I don't know how. Maybe she checked his phone. Or maybe she just knew. She called me, crying. She screamed, "How could you do this to me?" I said, "I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you." She blocked me. She blocked him. She left him. A few months later, they got divorced. It became a big story among our friends. Everyone talked about it. Most people blamed me. Some blamed him. Nobody blamed Sarah. I understood. I didn't plan for this to happen. But Daniel started talking to me again. He said he was lonely. That he missed me. That maybe everything happened for a reason. We started seeing each other. Quietly at first. Then openly. People judged us. Many friends stopped talking to me. My parents were disappointed. But I told myself, we are in love. That's what matters. We got married a year later. It was a small wedding. No big party. Just us and a few guests. I wore a white dress, but something felt heavy in my chest. At first, life was sweet. We cooked together. We traveled. We tried to forget the past. We moved to a new apartment in another city. No one there knew our story. For a while, we were happy. We took long walks in the evening. We made breakfast together. We decorated the apartment. He kissed my forehead every night. But something was not right. Sometimes, I saw sadness in his eyes. I knew he missed Sarah. He never talked about her, but I could feel it. I also started feeling guilty again. I lost a best friend. And for what? Slowly, we started fighting. About small things. Then bigger things. He said I didn't understand him. I said he didn't see me. We argued about work, money, and house chores. But deep inside, the real problem was trust. And the fear that we had started something with lies and pain. I asked myself, did he love me? Or did he just need someone after Sarah left? He asked himself the same. I began feeling isolated. I missed Sarah more than I could admit. I missed our late-night talks, her laugh, her kindness. She never spoke to me again. I sent letters, emails, even tried calling her mother, but there was no answer. Daniel became quiet. He spent more time at work. I stayed home, staring at the walls. I began writing in my journal. Page after page of confusion, guilt, anger, and sadness. I cried alone. I wished I could go back in time. He started sleeping on the couch sometimes. We hardly looked at each other. The distance grew. Our hearts no longer beat together. One night, during a storm, we had a big argument. He said, maybe we were a mistake. I said, maybe we both were just trying to escape the pain we caused. There was silence. He left the apartment that night and didn't return until morning. I stayed up all night, thinking about everything. About how love can turn into something so heavy. We tried counseling. We went for months. We tried exercises, dates, talking more. But something was broken. Something deep. He started coming home later. I started staying out longer, sitting in cafes, walking alone in parks. Sometimes we didn't speak for days. Then one morning, he looked at me and said, "We don't smile anymore." And I realized he was right. After 2 years, we sat down. We were both tired. Tired of pretending everything was okay. He said, "We tried. But maybe we were never meant to be." I said, "Maybe we were only trying to fix something that we broke together." We signed the papers. He moved to another city. Now, I live alone. I work at a bookstore. I read a lot. I write sometimes. I adopted a dog named Luna. She gives me comfort. I started going to therapy. Slowly, I opened up about everything. My feelings, my mistakes, my regrets. I began journaling every day, writing letters I'd never send. To Sarah. To Daniel. To myself. Some days, I take long walks. I look at happy couples, and I smile, but there's always a small ache in my heart. I think of the lessons I've learned. That love can hurt. That choices have weight. That hearts break silently. I joined a writing group. I shared parts of my story, piece by piece. Other women cried. They said, I understand. And I realized I was not alone. One day, I wrote a letter to Sarah I didn't send. I just wanted her to know, you were the best friend I ever had. I hope you are happy. I still carry the pain of what I did. But I want you to be free. I think about Daniel too. Sometimes, I wonder if he thinks of me. If he remembers the night we danced in the kitchen. If he hears our old song and feels anything. I don't know. But I hope he is okay. Life goes on. Some nights are hard. But other nights, I read a book, sip tea, and Luna lies beside me, and I feel okay. Not perfect. But okay. My name is Alina. I fell in love. I made mistakes. I lost people. I walked through the fire of guilt and grief. But I learned. I healed. And now, I help others heal. This is my story. And it is not over yet.